Many are despairing over the world we are living in. Some are waiting for a better world, and some don't notice that there is anything wrong. For those of you who did not watch my video previous lives, next lives, other lives, I would strongly suggest that you first watch that video, or at least that you watch it after you finish this one. I will leave the link to the video in the description. In that video, I was explaining how the life you are living right now is far from being the only life that you will ever live. And the lives you are living range from what Christians would call life in heaven to what Christians would again call life in hell and everything in between. And your life on earth that you are living right now is somewhere in between. And sometimes you will decide to live a life where you will not know what's really going on. You will just try to make it to the end. And sometimes you will decide to live a life where you will at least try to know what's going on, that you will be aware that there is something more, and you will be aware that there is something wrong with this life, that you will know that there is something wrong with this world. And those that do realize that this world could be so much better, so much more, they often fell into a trap, to a trap that they didn't know existed. Because those that quote unquote wake up, they realize that they've changed, but the world has remained the same. And now they clearly can see this world as what it is. And this world is certainly not a world in heaven. And it's getting worse. And what should they do? Because they feel powerless. They don't know many people who woke up, and they cannot change the world themselves alone. So, should they just wait for this life to end because the world is never going to be better? Or should they hide somewhere where the world will not get to them? What should they do? And then there are those that are waiting for this world to change so that they will be able to live in this better world that will come. This better world that will be brought to us by aliens, by Christ, by whoever. And they are certain that this better world will come as long as they really believe it will. And I don't want to say that any of them are wrong. I believe that if you choose a life where you are not aware of what's going on, that's perfectly fine. And if you choose a life when you are aware of these things in a certain way, that's also fine. I would just like to say to those that live in a sort of despair because they they don't find their place in this world anymore. I would tell to them, trust. Trust in your decisions, in the decisions you've made before you came into this life. Even though you don't understand this life now, You understood it before you came to this life. The fact is that we don't know what should happen because we don't see the bigger picture. This is just one life we are having. And if in this life, this world should get better, it will get better. If it should get worse, it will get worse. It is not for us to know how it will end. For us is to take advantage of what we have at this moment to grow in this moment. And it's normal that you want a better world. We all should dream of a better world because that dream would lay a path for us to walk on. And while you are walking this path, you should make right decisions. You should be an example to others. But don't have expectations to where the road will end, because it is your road, and your road will end where it needs to end. And the world has its own road, and that road will end where it needs to end. The expectations are the biggest mistake we ever make. Having wishes is one thing, but expectations brings us disappointment, despair, depression, and those things bring us lower vibration. And we don't want that. And there is really no need for us to come to this because there is no need for us to have expectations. We don't have enough information to know what will come. What will come will come. But until that comes, we should live in this moment and we should use it at the fullest. Take out of it as much as we can. And we should not be bothered with what will come. Our wishes will make us act in certain ways, but expectations are something that should be avoided at any cost. Because after all, as I said at the beginning, we are living lives in heaven, hell, and everything in between. And in any of these lives, we are preparing ourselves for all the other lives. And we are preparing ourselves to live comfortably in hell. So we should be comfortable living this life on earth because this life on earth is not hell. It's not heaven either, but it's not hell. So it could be much worse. And our task, I don't know if a task is the right word, our possibility is to grow to the point when we are no longer bothered by circumstances. Bashar has a nice saying: circumstances do not matter, state of being matters. And this can again be understood in a wrong way. It's not that if your state of being is in a certain way, then the world around you should be the same way. That's not it at all. It's that your world inside of this bigger world will change. This world will be the representation of your state of being. The broader world, where everybody is living, is a representation of everybody, not just you. But anyway, don't mind the circumstances, any circumstances. Don't give your power away to the circumstances, because circumstances are not happening to you, they are happening for you, so that you have the chance to learn, to grow, to be more. If you are blaming the circumstances, if you are blaming others, if you are blaming the world, you are missing the point. Even if sometimes it is technically correct that you would blame someone, it is still something that happened for you. Everything that will ever happen to you is a learning opportunity. And if you are blaming others for that, you are missing the chance. You are missing the point. So, my friend, if there is anything I wanted to tell you today, is don't despair. Don't despair over the world you are living in. You are choosing tough games, tough movies, tough lives, because you are tougher than you think you are. If your ego is telling you that it is pointless to like, comment, and share my video with your friends, don't always listen to your ego. Listen to your heart, my friend.